Hello, Mark, Crossfield here. In my hands today, JPX EZ irons hitting up against the TaylorMade RocketBladez. So I've got a 6 iron in one and a 7 iron in the other. We've got GC2 HMT on as well. We're going to give you some real ball data for distance on these two distance irons. I know one's a 6 and one's a 7, but they should both fall into their distance slots for where I hit a 7 and a 6. Let's see how they compare up. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, bit of a breezy day here today. I've got Mizuno's JPX EZ irons hitting up against the TaylorMade RocketBladez irons. So we're going to give these two a hit. We've got the slot on the bottom of here of the RocketBladez, slightly thicker sole on the EZ JPX iron. Both of these irons are kind of appearing to people who want distance. They're both cranked in loft and length, so they're both stronger. Top lines of these two clubs almost identical. What's interesting, the Mizuno's gone back to the gunmetal black finish, or not gone back to, I should say, they have started with the gunmetal black finish, where the RocketBladez is more in this kind of white satin. Anyone who remembers TaylorMade's irons before were in this kind of finish. So Mizuno pulling a little bit from maybe what TaylorMade have done in the past on this one. So we're going to give them both a hit and see how they feel. So let's start with the EZ first. So down by the ball, a bit of offset down there. It's going to help with launch. Quite a thick chunky toe to bottom line, and kind of rounded top edge but quite chunky. You know, there's a lot of club down by the ball, which is going to be good for someone who wants a bit of help with their ball striking. So here we go, we're going to hit it a few with the range balls, and I'll show you some data I've collected with some real balls with our launch monitor here. So let's give this a hit. So this fires off the face, it feels strong. I've done other videos in this one comparing it up to other clubs, and it does perform well on distance. You've got to remember the lofts on these are stronger than maybe what a standard loft would be. Not there's anything such thing as standard anymore, and the length is slightly longer. So they're things you need to take into account if you're thinking about buying this kind of set of irons. I do like the finish. I like the darker finish. I quite like the predecessor in the JPX iron. I mean, I've used this iron, JPX 825, so I like the chrome finish as well, but I do quite like that darker finish. As for shine and all those kind of things, it's a bright day today. It's windy, but it's bright, and there's no real glare off this face, but I wouldn't expect it off the TaylorMade one either. So we'll give that a hit and compare how that looks on the sunlight. But putting this down by the ball is definitely a club for someone who wants a bit of help and a confidence inspiring head down there, because this is looking relatively big and feeling strong. Makes a good old crack off the face, which does give you the real feeling of the thing firing out of the stocks there as you hit it. So that's a JPX EZ. I've done lots of other reviews on this if you want to see a more detailed one. This is just simply the compare up. So let's give it a compare to the TaylorMade RocketBladez. Now I know this is a 7 and that is a 6. When we look at the data, we'll have to take in the account. I'm looking for about 8 to 10 yards difference between my 7 and 6 iron, so we'll see how that fares from the real ball data collected. So putting this down by the ball, little less offset, and it's got the white satin kind of chromy finish, which I think is more down your classic lines, which is interesting, kind of role reversal for these two companies. Let's give it a hit. I mean, out of the two, I mean, they're almost identical in looks, but I actually quite like the look of the RocketBladez a little bit more, arguably, than that one. Let's give it a hit. Again, it's a similar sound, a fraction louder out of the RocketBladez possibly, but not much. Both of these are tuned up to make the right noise for this kind of iron, because hopefully you've watched enough of my videos now to realise that these manufacturers are playing with the sound each club makes to try and make you feel like they're performing in a certain way. Even if the data shows that they're not, it'll make you feel like they are, and this one makes that big sound similar to the EZ, which does make you feel like you've really fired it off the face, even if the distance that comes out is the same as any other club. Let's give it another hit. Again, nice high flight. Both of these clubs, no problem getting up in the air. They do launch up very easily, which you would expect from where the weighting is in them. Let's give it one more hit with the RocketBladez. Really can't call it between these two. You know, we're talking brand alliance really only on these two. Feel, looks, not much in it. If anything, RocketBladez will appeal to someone who wants the chrome finish. I mean, it's literally down to little things like that between these two. But feels good off the face. So look, let's compare these up with some real ball data. I've hit some shots using GC2HMT to give you some controlled, no wind, real ball data environments to show you what might happen if you get these sets of clubs into your bag, which one is actually the stronger. Let's check that data out now. Right guys, so if we look at the JPX EZ data first, 83 miles an hour, club head speed where I was around 80 miles an hour with, so that's the change from a 6-iron to a 7-iron, which I'd expect on the different lengths in those clubs. We're looking at, where's the distance here? Carry distance with the 6-iron for me, average carry 175 with EZ from Mizuno. Now if we go into the RocketBladez, 163, so what's that, 8 yards difference? I think that's an 8 yards difference between those two clubs. So 7-iron to 6-iron, exactly what I would expect from those two clubs with the loft they've got and the length. So none really producing more distance than another in my mind for my testing there, slot or no slot. They're both doing what the loft and the length really should let you do for those kind of clubs. If we look at the spin, 5.5 with the RocketBladez averaging, 5,000 with the 6-iron. Again, that's the kind of natural progression down for me. With the spin, it's coming down as you take the loft off, which you would kind of expect. So really, if you're looking at data of those two clubs, they're performing very, very similar. Ball speed 112 or 121, sorry, to ball speed 115. All the data falls in line for a 6-iron down to a 7-iron for me. You're literally coming down on looks on those two clubs. Those two clubs are trying to produce the same brief, or produce to the same brief. They're trying to produce the same kind of club for the same kind of people. So for me, out of those two, it would literally be, to be honest, which side of the bed I get out of. Am I in a chrome finish kind of day, or am I in more of a gunmetal kind of finish day? Apart from other kind of brand alliances, which anyone who watches my videos knows I'm a fan of Mizuno. I like the brand, I like what they do. The carbon copy Mark Crossfield in the parallel universe who prefers TaylorMade, they would pick them over that, literally almost on that brand alliance. So for me, not much in those two clubs, guys. If you're thinking for a distance iron, helping you to create more distance by kind of juiced up specs with a lot of real estate bound by the ball, both of these clubs could do that. You need to get out there and hit them, check that you can launch the lower lofted clubs, check that you can control the longer shafted iron, and see if it fits into your bag. Let me know what you think, guys. Are you this Mark Crossfield or the Mark Crossfield in the other parallel universe using the TaylorMade? I didn't even know he existed till now. So let me know, post comments down below, love to hear. Thanks for watching, hope that helps, and we'll speak to you all very soon with a lot more matchups with irons, woods, and what else to come. Thanks for watching. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments, love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show, get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.